Hey everyone, this is Sabrina. Welcome back to my channel. I guess we're going to be doing Project Life on Saturdays now with summer. It just tends to work better. So when I got the Currently kit back in March, I think it was March's kit, I knew that it would make a great summer kit as well. And when I noticed my photos had a lot of yellows and oranges and greens, I knew that this would be the kit that I would use. And I have a yellow Currently card and also a yellow and orange Currently Loving card. I'm also going to incorporate this Currently paper. I tried a big 2-inch circle up by my son's photo, but that didn't work. So I got out my 1-inch circle punch and I'm going to go ahead and use that in a few different spots. Since I didn't really have anything else that I felt was a green embellishment and would work. Like I'm out of puffy stickers that are green. I need to get some more. I did find this journaling card I had printed digitally that I did not use. So I'm going to fussy cut out some of the flowers and add those to different spots on my layout. I also want to say that this spread is going to be the start of June, and it's also going to be the start of volume 2 for this year. So I'm very excited. I have a few more spreads to finish up in volume 1, including the title page. I still have not done the title page. Whoops, that was not intended, but I will go back and try to figure out how I can wrap that up. So I added flowers to the O on Loving and also up by where my son's photo is. He's sitting on my lap. I have another photo that I wanted to include with that photo, but I just didn't want to mess with photo flips and adding paper, and I just didn't want to do that. I wish there was a 3x3 photo flip. That would be so perfect. Or maybe I should just get a fuse tool. I don't know. I've thought about getting a fuse tool, but maybe I should. It might be handy. I took the March add-on Loving and I digitally and I printed it out on my Cameo. I cut it out on my Cameo so that way it could be a little bit smaller and kind of serve as a title piece for that photo of my husband and I. From the actual physical story kit, I pulled 2 half-circle chipboard pieces, 1 yellow and 1 orange, and I'm going to use those on my spread for just a little bit more of that orange and yellow color. And that's kind of where my idea for the half circles came about, using that 2-inch circle punch, but like I said earlier, only 1-inch works better. And I did dig through my stash and I found a star that says "Bring It On," and who knows if it actually goes with this, but you know what? I really liked it and it finally found a home, so I think that that is more important. There was a little bit extra on that 3x3 photo of Teresa and I. You might know her. She's on Instagram, Crafting with Your Neighbors. She came up for my birthday and we had a really fun day together hanging out. I just broke that flower on the O, but I'm still going to use it. I just glued down half of it and then the other half I just glued it down and made it work. It'll be fine. This chipboard was really fun to write on. I used the negative space in my son's photo to write out "You" and "Summer Camp Leader," because my son is volunteering for Summer Camp Leader and he is just rocking it. He is doing such an amazing job. There was even a field trip last week where he was in charge of like 6 little kids all by himself. I was so impressed. I'm also, with volume 2, going back to journaling because I miss telling you guys about the stories of our week, and I want to be able to do that. So I talked about my day with Teresa, and I also talked about how this week was kind of a half school week since we got out on Tuesday and then summer started. So it was a half and half kind of week. And then on Saturday, we went to the local aquatic center, and the kids were each able to take a friend, which was really, really fun. And we also brought back a favorite activity, which is covering the family room in yarn when it's a really, really hot afternoon. That is the bottom right photo of my daughter. So that's a really fun activity that we enjoyed bringing back. On the Currently Loving, I put my son took a selfie of us, covered my face, then used an editing thing to put a funny face on it. It was hilarious, and I just love his humor. It's just the best. Baking adventures with my daughter and flour flying everywhere, and that is how I wound up with a handprint on my rear. And my daughter's like, Mom, it looks like you got murdered. Nope, there's just flour flying around the kitchen. So that was fun, and I think that is hilarious that I was able to include that photo. So I tried to adhere this chipboard down with my normal adhesive. It ripped, so I just used glue. I remembered I have a week in the life stamp set that I could use for another kind of title card. So I'm going to stamp in bright orange ink. This is us, and I'm so excited with how it turned out. It turned out awesome, and I love it. And then I will add in a heart. I was kind of digging through my stamps and trying to find like a heart or a star, and I came up with a heart. I also added in Here Comes Summer, and I did it 2 times on the top and the bottom. Love how that staggered stamping came out, and just used my 2 scrap pieces of paper to make sure I didn't get it on my board. So much fun, that little card, and it just came together so easily. I'm also going to add in a star to the currently card, and then one other spot I'm currently loving. I felt like the overall spread needed a few more stars because of that Bring It On chipboard. I also have an insert that is half school and half summer. So the front side is going to be my kids on their last day of school, my daughter with her teacher, and I think that's it. Yeah, the whole page protector is full of photos. I wanted to do one green phrase, and I picked one that said story. I wasn't getting it to stamp with a clear impression. It was getting kind of the grooves in between, but I wound up finding one that worked, and I'm just going to go with it. It's not as crisp as I'd like, but you know what? I'm going to use it anyways and keep moving forward. Isn't that what I always say? Just move forward. Does it really matter in the end? No. It's better to have things documented, right? Also found a stamp that says thanks for everything. It's part of like stories by the month, probably for Father's Day, but it works perfect for the photo with my daughter and her teacher. I'm gonna flip it over and do the summer portion, which is a fun trip to the beach. I did forget to print the photo of me and my best friend. My husband got a great photo of us on a raft, but I forgot that photo. I'm gonna make another card that is similar to the This Is Us card that's on the main spread, and I'll punch out 2 1-inch circles and then do some stamped phrases. I really wanted to use that For the Love of June stamp, and I kind of just randomly decided where I was going to put it. And it made it a little tricky when I go to stamp our adventures. But in the end, I kind of realized, okay, I've kind of turned this into a journaling card, not necessarily a filler card. The design is similar, but it's now a journaling card since I stamped, the way I stamped with For the Love on the left and our adventures towards the top. So I'm just going to add in a few journal lines about how the day after school ended, we were able to have a really fun beach day with my best friend, and we brought all the stuff, all the supplies, even the canopy and even the lunch, and we just had a really awesome time hanging out at the beach. I mean, you can see both my kids. They willingly smiled in photos, and I didn't have to pull out the Grandma Oma trick. So it was definitely a great day. And then I will bring everything back and kind of show you the spread. I don't have an album yet. I'll probably just put it in an album holder for now, but I'm just going to show you the finished spread, and there you go. I hope you have enjoyed seeing this come together. I'd love a thumbs up or a subscribe if you're new to my channel. Hope you have a great day. Bye.